So a few days ago I ordered some tank grips from STOMPGRIP directly on their website. I was looking at what's available for the MT-09 2022, and they seem to have two different options, the Icon and the Volcano, the only difference being the texture. So for the Icon, it's available in transparent or in black, and the texture seems to be basically their logo. And this is how it's supposed to look on the tank of an MT-09 3rd gen. I haven't found any real pictures of people who actually tried them on their 3rd gen MT-09. And this is the other variant with the Volcano texture. From what I read on forums, this is what people usually get from STOMPGRIP, and it has a lot of grip, I think to the point where it can damage your jeans. So I went ahead and tried the black Icon for the MT-09 2022. This is what I got a few days later in the mail, and they measure about 11 inches long and are just over 5.5 inches high. And they seem to be pretty thin, which is what I was looking for. I think it seems to be a bit thinner than tech spec. And this is what I needed to install them: isopropyl alcohol, a microfiber towel, masking tape, and a hairdryer. So I did put the bike on a rear stand, just so that it stands straight and it's easier to compare the left and right side when fitting those tank grips, just to make sure they're installed as much symmetrically as possible. And I went ahead and cleaned the tank, wiped it off with isopropyl alcohol, and then started pre-fitting those tank grips. It's not on video, but I did, before putting it on the rear stand, try to sit on the bike and see where my knees and my legs are positioned in the normal position, and try to find a suitable position for this tank grip. And then I went ahead and just temporarily installed it where it seems to be designed for, following the lines of the tank and so on. Just use a few pieces of masking tape to temporarily position it. And once this was in place, I could have a look from different angles, from a distance, step away a bit, see if it sits in the correct position, if it needs any adjustments. Did the same thing on the other side, cleaned the tank and temporarily fixed the tank grip. And then I walked back and forth between both sides of the bike, looking from different angles, from the top, just to see if they are installed symmetrically. I did take some measurements and I did some little adjustments because I've seen that on one side it was a bit higher than on the other side. Once the position looked good, I went ahead and grabbed the hairdryer to warm up the gas tank and warm up the tank grip itself, to make them ready for final installation. And I just peeled a corner of the tank grip, the film behind the tank grip, and sticked it on the gas tank, removed some of the masking tapes, and then slowly moved my way to the back of the bike, pressing with a towel and with fingers, just to make sure there's no bubbles and that it's stick properly, and removing the masking tapes along the way. And then spent a little bit more time pressing on both of these tank grips on each side with a towel and with the fingers, just to make sure it's stick properly in the middle and around the edges. I'll put a few more images to show how it looks after installation on both sides, and also how it looks when sitting on the bike. And I can also say that I did ride the bike a few times since I installed those, and there's definitely more grip than without those tank grips. I especially feel it when I'm braking, and I cannot compare to other tank grips because I never had any tech spec grips or the STOMPGRIP Volcano ones, so I don't know if these have more or less grip than other ones, but it definitely helps, and I feel a bit more confident on the bike, and I don't feel like I'll scratch the tank, and it's easier when accelerating, when braking, when turning. So don't hesitate if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them.